What's going on, Beamer fans? If this is your first time on Beamer Review, what we do here is showcase the latest BMWs that just hit the market. And today we're going to be talking about the 5 reasons why I love the X5M. Before we get started, we did want to give a big shout out to Anchor. We do love their USB-C to Lightning cords. And if you guys have a BMW, especially a new one, you should know that all the new USB cords, they're all switching to USB-C. So we did provide a link right below this video for you guys to check out and buy from the Amazon store. Again, these chargers, they do charge your iPhone about 3 times faster. I personally have about 3 of them, and I could not live without them. So make sure you guys check that out. And before further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so reason number 1 is going to go to the overall shape and design of the X5M. One of the best things that I love about the X5M compared to the X6M is going to be that square shape design that the X5 has. Now, I do love the X6 too, don't get me wrong, but just the X5, the way that it's shaped, the box-like design, gives it more of a G-Wagon type feel, I guess you could say. And I'm definitely a bigger fan of that. It does make the car look a lot more aggressive with a more square-shaped design versus a rounded design compared to the X6. And even other things such as this front kidney grille is the perfect size for this car. And all the elements below the bumper, that's also a perfect design element as well. Love the headlights. These are the laser lights, and we have to love these wheels as well. So for reason number 1, I'm definitely going to give it to the overall shape and design. Also, this specific X5M, I really love it, mainly because it's all blacked out. And if I got a baller SUV just like this, it would be this one. Reason number 2, I'm going to have to give it to the way that the vehicle drives. Now, personally, I got a chance to not drive this car in a test drive because we're trying to keep the miles low here, but I did get a chance to drive it around this parking lot that we have here. I probably drove around in circles for a good 10-15 laps or so. Okay, maybe not that much, but around there. I really wanted to get a really good check on the feel of the vehicle, and honestly, I did try all different modes. I tried the comfort mode, the sport, and the sport plus, and I just loved the way that this vehicle drove. For a midsize SUV just like this, I thought that the vehicle was really planted. The steering wheel was perfect, really responsive, and the power would just be right at the edge of your foot. A quick little tap of the gas would just make the vehicle go like hell, to say the least. And yeah, the drive, it was to die for. Probably a weird comparison, but the closest thing that I've driven pretty close to the X5M was probably the M8 Competition, which we recorded just this past week. Now, it's pretty weird describing these two cars together in the way that they drive. Obviously, you would think that the M8 would just have a lot more handling, which I'm sure that it does, and mainly because it has a lot lower center of gravity. But the X5M was also a really good driver's car as well. Something about just being a few inches above in height would just make the drive a lot more easier. And also, another big thing that I love about all M cars, especially this one too, is that if you look at the video, I'm pressing the setup button that's right down at the center console right there. And once you do that, it does bring up this really cool screen. And on the screen, you can see the engine, the chassis, the steering, the brake. Well, what's really cool about the M cars, and I'm sure that you guys are all Beamer fans and you already know, but you can adjust these on the fly. And I think that that's a really cool thing that just makes the vehicle drive a whole lot better. Again, if you guys didn't know, you can program these to the M buttons that are on the steering wheel too. You kind of just do it the same way you would adjust your seat. And then so once you pick out the settings that you want, all you got to do really is just press and hold whichever red button that you want to program it to, and then it'll do it. And then so as you're driving, you can just press whichever red button you want, and then it'll shift to those settings that you had set. Now, let me know what you guys think, what you guys would program the M buttons to. We have 2 of them. Would you program one to be more of a comfort setting, and would you program the other one to be more of a track setting? Or would you do one that's sporty and one that's just completely track? Let me know down in the comment box below what you guys would set these up as, and I'm pretty curious to see what you guys would do. Reason number 3, the seats. Look at the seats. These things are beautiful and they fit great. They feel great. They look great, especially that diamond stitching, whatever they call it, the hexagonal shape that's going right down the middle, down through the middle part of that bottom seat too. I was gonna say something very wrong, but I won't say it. Butt crack. So one of the coolest things I like about the seats, mainly that makes these seats a lot more unique, is that upper shoulder part. Now, when I was playing around with the vehicle a little bit, the upper shoulder bolstering that you saw up there felt really great on the shoulders. The only thing that I wish that you could adjust the squeeze on that like you can for the bolstering along the hips there. But the overall feel, the look of the shape of the whole seat, mind you, these are heated and ventilated seats too, so that's really cool. Back seats as well, I was very impressed with how much room was back here. You do get the same benefit of the regular X5 in terms of space here, and these seats feel great. I was sitting in the back seat trying to record the front of the dash, and I had no issues at all moving around the back seats there, and I thought that was really cool. Another quick touch that I want to point out with the back seats here is that the seatbelts are the M Sport seatbelts, and you can really see how that stands out in the video, and it stands out even more in person. Alright, so number 4, we're going to give it to the sound of the vehicle. Now, you guys heard it at the very beginning of the video as well, but from the front to the back, this vehicle just sounds amazing. It does have the V8 twin turbo powered engine with the 2 twin scroll turbos in the front. So if you're hearing this vehicle going by from the front of it, you can hear those, and then as soon as it drives by, you can hear the exhaust just thundering by. So the overall sound for the vehicle just sounds amazing. Even the revs that I'm about to show you guys in just a second, the revs sound amazing as well. There's also a sport exhaust button that you can see at the center console of the vehicle as well. So that can also control the sound if you prefer to keep things pretty quiet and just prefer to keep things louder whenever they need to be. So there you go, you get the idea. The vehicle just sounds great. And last but not least, the final reason why I love the X5M is going to come down to its practicality. And I did mention it a couple times before, but while we're here, check out this video, or look at the video, and check out all this trunk space that we have. Perfect sunlight that's just going right across there too, just to represent how great this trunk space is for a 600 horsepower SUV. Same trunk space as the regular X5, but this is just combined with another 300-400 horsepower. Down here, the X5M does come with additional space, no spare tire, and then so you have all this other space too that you can use for whatever you want. You can use it to hide things that you might not want the police to see. It's a great spot for that. And some pretty cool things that we have in the trunk too to represent even more about the practicality. You can pull the switch right here and that will fold on the seat. And same thing for the other side as well. You can do the same thing for the other side. I'm about to show you that in just a second. But even when these seats fold down too, look at all the space that the vehicle has. This is insane. This is probably like having a van. And if you have college kids who are moving to their dorms and you just need all that space, you don't want to rent out a U-Haul, and if you want to take your X5M to college to show off a little bit too, this is going to be the perfect vehicle for that. You can see all the space that's over here. This is also a privacy shade that I'm pulling. There is a hidden button way up here nearby the vent. If you want to release that, there's only one on one side. So that's where you would press to release that. And you can take the privacy shade and you can hide it. There's a specific spot if you lay it down right nearby the rear compartment that we saw in the back there where the spare tire would go. You can put the privacy shade there and hide it as well, so you don't have to take up space inside your garage. And that was reason number 5. Reason number 5 again was because of the practicality. You can put winter set of tires. You can put a winter set of tires on this vehicle, and it would be phenomenal in the snow. Again, you do have the X Drive, and combined with the snow tires, this thing will plow through the snow as well. Just stay out of Sport Plus. That's gonna pretty much wrap it up for the vehicle. To conclude this whole video, again, the X5M is a beast to say the least. Looks wise, status wise, performance wise, handling wise, It's a perfect vehicle, perfect performance SUV, I should say. Let me know if you guys would get the X5M or would you get the X6M. Let me know which one you guys would go with. If you do go with the X6M, what reasons on why would you go with the X6M versus the X5M. I think they're both great, but of course, personally, the X5M just wins my heart just a little bit more, especially this blacked out grille. Can't get enough of that. That's gonna wrap it up for the video. Again, check out the link right down at the bottom of the video. You really should get a USB-C cord. Charges your phone 3 times faster. It's totally worth having. And without further ado, gonna wrap it up. Please stay tuned with the videos that are coming. We're gonna have a lot more coming. Make sure you guys like this video. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much.